What if I told you that the way you start your day can change everything around you? It may sound like an exaggeration, but the truth is that many of us waste our mornings on autopilot, rushing around, worrying, stuck in the same old routines. But what if instead you could wake up with hope, knowing that there is a greater purpose in every moment? Psalm 139 gives us this certainty that before you even open your eyes, God is already taking care of every detail of your life. Maybe you're feeling tired, unmotivated, or anxious. That kind of morning when everything seems too heavy to carry. But what if you could start the day differently? Imagine waking up and instead of going straight to your worries, connecting with the one who already knows all your challenges and joys. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about knowing that you're never alone and that, yes, every morning can be an opportunity for a fresh start. In this video, you'll discover how to incorporate the power of Psalm 139 into your morning routine. You'll understand how a small change in the way you wake up can bring peace, confidence, and direction for the rest of the day. And you know what's best? You don't need anything complicated, just a willingness to make room for God. Ready to discover how a fresh start can transform your life? Then let's go on this journey together. When you open your eyes in the morning, every day is a new chance that God gives you. Imagine what it would be like to start with the certainty that He knows every step you're going to take, even the ones you didn't even plan. Psalm 139 is like that invisible hug that reminds you, I know who you are and I am with you. And starting the day with this peace makes all the difference, because it takes away that heaviness we sometimes feel early on, even before we've had our coffee. Speaking of coffee, how about taking a few minutes to talk to God before you go for a run? It could be while the water is boiling or while you're getting dressed. It doesn't have to be long. Just stopping for a moment, taking a deep breath and saying something like, Lord, take care of me today, will change the mood of your day. It's like setting the radio to the right station before you leave the house. Everything is clearer and less messy. What if the day starts off heavy? It happens, right? Some mornings it feels like the world is on your back before you even get up. In those moments, remembering that God already knew about this day before you woke up brings enormous relief. You don't have to solve everything now. Just trust that He is already taking care of the details. Getting up with this confidence is like going out into life knowing that you're not alone in the battle. You know that feeling that the way you wake up defines the rest of your day? Well, when you get out of bed feeling stressed, everything seems to go to shit. But if you stop for a minute and remember that God is already taking care of everything, it's like resetting your mind before you start. Psalm 139 shows that He knows every detail of your day before you even leave your room. And that changes everything, because it gives you peace to know that nothing takes God by surprise. Try to create a quick moment of connection first thing in the morning. It could be while you're making a coffee or even brushing your teeth. Just speak to God in your own way. Lord, guide me today. This is like planting a seed of calm that grows throughout the day. Over time, you'll realize that this simple habit makes things flow better, even on the tightest of days. And look, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Sometimes the day starts off a bit messy, and that's okay. The important thing is to know that God is with you, even when things don't go as you planned. It's as if He gave you an invisible shield to face whatever comes your way, even on the most chaotic mornings. Just remembering that you're not alone makes all the difference. The truth is that not every day is easy, and there are mornings when you just want to stay in bed and escape from the world, right? But that's where the beauty of starting the day with God comes in. When you wake up and remember that He already knows you completely. Every thought, every fear, it's easier to take the first step. Psalm 139 shows us that no matter how you're feeling, God is already there, on your side, ready to walk with you. There's a simple thing that can help you. Instead of checking your cell phone as soon as you wake up, how about starting with a prayer? It can be short, like, Lord, I'm here, guide me today. These small attitudes, done consistently, will change the way you approach your routine. It's as if each morning is an opportunity to reset the score and try again, with more lightness and confidence. And the good thing is that everything doesn't have to be perfect. Some days you'll forget, and that's okay. God doesn't turn away because of this. He understands and is always close by, waiting for you. The important thing is to remember that every morning is a new chance to be with Him, no matter how the day before went. It's this constancy that gradually brings peace to the heart. Life is full of unforeseen events, and sometimes we start the day facing one problem after another. At such times, remembering Psalm 139 can change everything. Knowing that God is already behind the scenes, taking care of every detail, brings enormous peace of mind. It doesn't matter if you're facing traffic, delays, or bad news early on. None of this takes God by surprise. He knows what you need before you even ask. A good way to deal with these days is to talk to God during short breaks. On the way to work, at breakfast, or even in line at the market, take advantage of these moments to say a simple prayer, like, God, give me patience to get through this. These quick conversations throughout the day help keep your mind on things and remind you that you don't have to solve everything by yourself. And even when things seem out of control, you can trust that God is in charge. He sees you, understands you, and is guiding your every step, even on the days that seem the most difficult. It's as if, even in the chaos, you're walking safely because you know there's someone looking out for you. And this trust makes all the difference to the way you face any challenge. You know those days when everything goes right and you feel like you're on top of the world? Even in those moments, it's important to remember God and keep seeking His presence. Psalm 139 shows us that God is present in every victory and every achievement, accompanying us closely. It's easy to forget to give thanks when everything is going well, but maintaining this constant connection with Him makes all the difference. Gratitude is like an anchor that keeps our soul steady, even when the sea is calm. A practical way to cultivate this is to say little prayers of thanks throughout the day. It could be something as simple as, Thank you, God, for this day. Or maybe even give thanks for those little things that go unnoticed, like an unexpected meeting or a quiet day at work. When we recognize God in these details, our faith is strengthened and so is our joy. And whether times are good or bad, what matters is knowing that God never leaves you. The constancy of this journey is what sustains faith. After all, life is made up of ups and downs, and keeping God first in all situations is what helps us to have balance. Even on the days when everything seems easy, you are already preparing yourself to face the most challenging moments that may arise. Getting to the end of the day and knowing that you've done your best, trusting that God has been by your side the whole time, is a unique feeling. And that's when routine begins to make sense. Psalm 139 reminds us that every moment, from the smallest to the most important, is seen and cared for by God. When you end the day with this certainty, even if not everything went according to plan, you feel peace in your heart. Before you go to sleep, take some time to reflect on your day and surrender everything to God. It could be something simple. Lord, I give you all my worries and joys today. This small gesture makes a difference because it's like letting go of a heavy backpack before resting. And you know what's amazing? God continues to take care of you while you sleep. He doesn't take time off. And the next morning's routine is another chance to start again, with a lighter heart and a peaceful mind. Life is made up of these cycles: waking up, trusting, acting, and resting, always knowing that God is present at every step. This is how, little by little, you build a more peaceful and purposeful life. Every day is an invitation to live this adventure with God. Now that you know the power Psalm 139 can have on your mornings, the choice is in your hands. How will you start your next day? The truth is that life doesn't wait, and every morning is a new chance to align yourself with God's purpose. What if you woke up tomorrow and, instead of drowning in worries, decided to put everything in His hands? It could be the missing step that transforms not just your day, but your whole life. So why not give it a try? Put what you've learned here into practice. Wake up with hope. Pray. Give thanks and trust that God is already taking care of everything. And don't forget, it's the small daily changes that build a life of peace and purpose. If you felt that this content touched your heart, I want to know, what are you going to change in your routine from now on? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and if you want to continue this journey with me and learn more about how to live with God on a daily basis, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. That way you won't miss a thing, and you'll always start your day with messages that inspire and renew. God has great things for you, and every morning is the first step toward discovering them.